Hey there. So, welcome to no, welcome back to my second channel. Okay, so let's get right into it. So, episode 3 of All Star 6. Before we start though, wait. So before we start, I would just like to say that believe me, I know that my credentials on judging the queens and things like that is very little. I'm in no way, shape, or form saying that I know what it takes to be on Drag Race or all those things. I'm talking from the perspective of a viewer who loves to watch the show. So believe me, I know that I have zero legs to stand on, but this is just me giving my opinion. So yeah, just wanted to get that out the way. This was a really good episode of Drag Race. I'm not gonna lie, I really enjoyed it. And is it because Trinity won? Maybe. Maybe it is. Probably is because anyways, so we go back into the workroom. It's the beginning of the episode and Jiggly was just sent home. Ginger's sad about it because she had to pick Jiggly's lipstick. At the end of the day, All Stars is sending people home. Whether it's your friend, whether it's your enemy, you're sending people home. And I feel really bad for Ginger because that's the one thing I don't think people think about it. I think, they want to go on All Stars, they want to do the best, blah blah blah, but then they don't think about the fact that you're gonna have to put someone's lipstick in that box. And whether it's somebody that you dislike or whether it's somebody that you do like, you're potentially taking that second chance away from them. You know what I mean? And I don't think that's something people think about. Even in normal Drag Race, like you lip sync against the worst, you and the bottom queens lip sync, and essentially someone gets sent home because they're the worst. And yeah, that's something that people don't really think about, I don't think. So yeah, I feel for Ginger and I don't think it's a great position to be in. I mean, imagine sending your best friend home. You're both competing in a competition and you both really love doing what you do and you have to send your best friend home. I mean, I don't think I could do it. And I think it takes a lot of courage because if I was like doing Drag Race, if I had to take Caitlyn for instance, okay? And Caitlyn was in the bottom and she did the worst that week, but then someone else was in the bottom with her and they had a perfect track record, I'd probably send the other person home because I don't think I could send my best friend home. But at the same time, it's not RuPaul's best friend race, so I don't know. So the queens are busy unpacking the box, seeing who picked whose lipstick, and everyone chose Jiggly's lipstick except for Jiggly, who chose Yara, and Trinity, who chose Yara. So honestly, it's the same way I felt about Yara picking Trinity's lipstick. I feel like, well, not the same way, but I feel the same way. So I didn't say it in the, please, I don't know if you guys can see, but there's like a huge pimple here. It's so sore. So please try and ignore it. And I know my hands are like stained. It's fabric dye. So just ignore that. So this is how I feel about lipsticks and things like that. I know it's fun and it's very entertaining when someone picks someone else's lipstick. And it's always great to like hear the excuses and things like that. But personally, I don't think that anyone needs to say anything. Like the fact that Trinity chose Yara's lipstick is her decision, and I don't know, I just feel like you don't need to feel bad about the fact that you chose someone's lipstick. If Trinity wanted to pick Yara's lipstick, okay, who cares? And the thing is, like, last episode, everyone was like so calm about the fact that Yara chose Trinity's lipstick, even though everyone else chose Serena. And then now this week, Trinity chooses Yara's lipstick and everyone's up in arms and everyone's like being funny to Trinity. Even though no one really was, but it's like, I don't know, there's some inconsistencies there. Anyways, so next day in the workroom, the chat that they had wasn't really interesting, so we're just gonna skip over that. And then RuPaul comes in and says that the Maxi Challenge is a commercial challenge. Now, I will say that All Stars 6 isn't really feeling like All Stars to me. Like, it feels like a normal season of Drag Race. Like, all the challenges are the same as normal seasons of Drag Race. And I'm not sure if it's just because there's so many girls this time. It probably is because of that. But all the challenges feel very reminiscent of challenges we've had in the most recent seasons. Like, it doesn't feel like All Stars yet. I don't know if anybody agrees with me. So the girls are split into teams by their height, which is great because sometimes Drag Race can be overproduced by the teams they're put in. So I think putting them by height is sort of a great way of it being like sort of an even spread, you know? So it's like a fair way of splitting them up, if that makes sense. So the first team is Ginger, Jan, Akiria, and Silky. Then it's Yara, Trinity, Pandora, and Raja. And then we have Eureka, Kylie, and Scarlett. Now, Pandora feels really good about this challenge because she's done commercials or something, and I love to see it. I love to see Pandora feeling confident. Not birds farting outside my window. Personally, I'm gonna skip a bit ahead, but I feel like Pandora would have won this challenge if her runway was stronger. That's just my opinion. But yeah, I'm glad to see that she's feeling confident. Like, it's really cool. So, thumbs up. Yara is getting on Trinity's nerves a little bit just because she said eclectic. I don't think that's what she meant. I think she meant eccentric or eccentric. And she's sort of worried because it's a team challenge. So if someone in the team fucks up, the whole team fucks up, basically. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Yara is a very out there person. Like, her brain is just on its own wavelength. So I would be worried too, honestly. I'd be like, is she gonna rein herself in? Because like we all need to be on the same level. Then we have Eureka's team. Personally, I would never ever ever want to be paired up with Eureka. Never in a million years. She will outshine anybody. Literally. I don't know, it's just like Eureka to me is the worst scene partner because she's gonna outshine, overtake, just the ad is gonna be Eureka's ad. So yeah, I don't know. And I was right because she did outshine. So this concept I'm kind of lost on. I don't know. I feel like it didn't really make sense to me. So they exorcise demons with exercise, which is a great pun, an amazing pun, but it doesn't really make sense to me. Like, do crunches and the demon will escape. I don't know. It's just, maybe I'm being too literal about it. I know that it's supposed to be campy and fun, but it just didn't really make sense to me. And the fact that it's Eureka means I'm already gonna disagree with it. So yeah. Then, so we have the other team, which I think is a really good team. Like, right off the bat, like without seeing the commercial, from the get-go, all these queens are amazing. We have Akiria. The first thing I thought about when RuPaul said like it's an advert or like an acting challenge, I thought about her during that twerking improv. I don't know if you remember, but on season 11 they did like that improv challenge, the like drag police challenge. I thought about that immediately and how funny she was in that. Then we have Ginger, who's a great actor. Amazing. So yeah, and we have Silky, who has this huge personality. And then we have Jan, who also does well from season 12. We saw her do well in an acting challenge as well. So from the jump, I was like, this is the winning team, period. You know? And then they started talking about their concept for the advert, and I was like, it's like watching a train wreck happen. I was like, oh no. And like, it was just too many ideas. They were like, let's do this, and let's do this, and let's do this, and let's do this. And like Pandora said it so beautifully. She said it needs to be simple and funny. I'm pretty sure she said something like that. It was just like, yeah. And Silky should have spoken up. The thing is, I know that Silky in season 11 wasn't really liked because she was too much, like a huge personality. I get it, but she should have spoken up. Like, girl, it's a competition with drag queens. So the thing is, like, I did say it in my other video that Silky was not one of my favorites on Drag Race on season 11, but she is still such an amazing queen. And like, the thing is, I understand that you're gonna watch Drag Race and not everyone's gonna be your favorite. I get it. I know that situation. Like, every season there's someone that I dislike. The thing is, I may dislike Eureka, but girl, it's a drag, like, it's a competition TV show, okay? It's a TV show. I know that it's not scripted, but they're all characters on a TV show. So apart from that as well, they're human beings. So if you're gonna be hateful towards someone, I don't understand the reasoning behind it. Can someone please explain to me why you'd be hateful? It's just like when Silky was speaking about the fact that she didn't only get hate from the fans, which the Drag Race fandom, can we just talk about this for a minute? The Drag Race fandom is the most toxic fandom, I think, in the world. I think there's two types of Drag Race fans. There's the really sort of normal, nice fans who just love drag, love to watch it for the talent, love to watch it to support the queens, things like that. And then we have the fans who are entitled to, they think that they know everything about drag. You know what I mean? And those are the fans who are just hateful. And most of the times they're white, gay men who are racist. Or like white girls. I did speak about it in my history of drag video a little bit. So if you haven't watched that, go onto my other channel and you can watch it. But queens of color tend to get more hate than white queens on Drag Race. And that's because of the fandom. So yeah, I don't know. I felt so bad for Silky. And like she said, she didn't just get it from the fans. She got it from promoters and colleagues and things like that. Again, like it's a TV show. You're in this pressure cooker that is Drag Race. Look, I've never done Drag Race, obviously, but I've heard that it's like from YouTube and things like that, that it's like one of the most difficult things you will do in your life if you get a chance to do it. So you're in a pressure cooker. You're trying to get people to notice you, first of all. You're trying to impress the judges, second of all. You're trying to maybe make friends with the other queens. You're trying to win the challenges. So it's just so many things going on. And sometimes the competition gets the better of you and you end up being not 100% yourself. So yeah, I don't know. People just need to they need to have perspective on the show because yeah, it's there for our entertainment and we all can share our opinions like I am now. But at the end of the day, if you're going to be hateful, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. All these things as well, as I'm saying them about Eureka, they aren't the nicest things, but I'm not trying to degrade her character. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I hope I'm getting my points across, but anyways. Then we go into the like filming thingy with the green screen. I don't like to talk about that, like it's kind of boring. It's the next day and Yara and Trinity are talking about the fact that Trinity chose Yara's lipstick and Yara chose Trinity's lipstick. They're talking about that and they basically said like it's behind us, it's fine, it's nothing. And I love that. Look at that, amazing. I think also like Drag Races means so much to some people. So to be able to put that behind you, the fact that you could have gone home because somebody put your lipstick in the box, to get past that takes a lot. So yeah, I really like that they both did that. Then Jan and Ginger are talking and it looks like there's an alliance being formed there. I mean, an alliance isn't really helpful if you're both on the bottom, so yeah. Let's go to the runway and Ru's look. I will say it's the same silhouette that we've seen, but the dress is really pretty and it's very reminiscent of Sugarcane's dress from season 11. So I don't know if that was on purpose, but the dress is really, really nice. And I think this color really looks beautiful on Ru as well. So Michelle looks amazing. The thing is, I'm not always going to mention Michelle, but unless I say otherwise, know that Michelle is like doing the most. Like it's actually Michelle Visage's Drag Race. I'm not gonna lie. She looks beautiful every episode. Then we have the guest judge who is Tia Mowry and guys, Tia and Tamara Mowry, I love them so much. Twitches, sister. If you don't know who they are, please go Google. Like, come on now. Like, excellent. And Twitches is like one of those movies. Okay, we're not going to talk about Twitches. If you want me to review Twitches, put it in the comments and I will review. So the runway category is Redemption Realness. This is my favorite runway category. I wish they did this on every season of All Stars. It's my favorite runway category of all time. So Kylie comes in, she's redoing her Lady Gaga look, and I have to say that I love it. This is a very obscure Lady Gaga look to choose. Like, if you're not somebody who is obsessed with Lady Gaga, like I think most people are, but if you aren't, you probably didn't get it right away. But if you are somebody who's a big time fan, a stan, a monster, then you probably would know this look, but she looks good and I feel like she redeemed herself. Then we have Scarlett. This look was also so beautiful. It looked much better than the original. So also very much a redemption. And the thing is, I'm realizing that Scarlett will always bring nice runways. So because the runway is my favorite part of Drag Race, I hope she stays for a while. Look, I don't think she'll win. After this episode, I've realized that Jan and Scarlett will not win this competition. I'm so sorry. But like, with Jan being in the bottom and Scarlett being safe again, I've realized that either Ru is completely overlooking them, or there's going to be this sort of like build up to their success, which I don't think is going to happen personally. I think that story arc will be given to Ginger. I just have a feeling that Ginger's going to get that story arc where it's like, Ginger was doing this, now she's this, and now it's just going to be this. So it's sad to say, but I don't think they're going to win. Next, we have Eureka. I personally, bodysuits on the runway, if you're going to do like a bodysuit, like, no, not a bodysuit, like a catsuit type of vibe, do it like Kylie. You know, obviously it's a copied look of Lady Gaga, kind of. There's something interesting. You know what I mean? Eureka, it just had fluffy shoulders. Try again. Then next we have Raja, and I love this look. It's a little simple. Like, to me, all the drama was from like the titties up, and then it was just like a brown dress. But it does look very nice. So love it. But to be honest, the first one was good anyways. Like the look that she redid was amazing. So yeah, I don't think it was necessarily a redemption because I don't think the first look was that bad anyways. But yeah, Eureka's was not a redemption. Then we have Pandora. No, this is my point though. When I said it earlier, Pandora's runway is why she didn't win this challenge. It's just, to me, the only thing that's similar between the first look and the second look is the fact that she used the same colors, you know? I'd have loved to see some fur being used somewhere, but there wasn't any fur. I don't know, it's just kind of disappointing. So, yeah. Then Yara, she looks beautiful. Yara always looks nice when she hits the runway, period. I do think that it's elevated, like, I don't know, I like the silhouette of the gown. I think it was really pretty. Then next, we have Miss Trinity. This haul is so beautiful. I can't stand it. I don't know if I'm being, like, too biased. I don't think I am. I feel like with the last episodes, I was being very even with the critiques, so I think it's fair to say that Trinity probably looked the best on the runway. It's a toss-up between Trinity and Scarlett and Kylie. So Trinity looked so great though. I love it when the first image looks like one thing and then the second image looks like the next level higher. So what I mean is, like, in the first image for her season 6 promo, she looked like a princess or like a lady wearing a dress, and then in this one she just looks like a queen, the queen of the kingdom. I'm obsessed. She looks beautiful. Then Jan's look, I don't know, I agree with Michelle, the hair was kind of okay. I don't know, Jan's look, there was nothing wrong with it, don't get me wrong. I think it was really beautiful, and I think it was cool that she interpreted that like look into like a floor length gown, which was really cool, but I don't think it was the greatest. I don't know. Then, was it elevated? Yeah, I guess, but I just have no real, like, I don't really have an opinion. Then next we have Ginger. This to me was awful. Ginger Minj, in her Meet the Queens, said, "This season I'm bringing fashion." Where the fashion at? I'm confused. I hated this look. It was my least favorite on the runway, by far. Then we have Silky. She looks amazing as usual, but I don't think this is I don't think this is like a redemption of that look, if you know what I mean. Like, to me, redemption should be a little bit more literal on the like comparison, because her first look was blue and then this look is red with like fringe. So I was a little confused. She does look amazing, and just like strips of fabric like fringe or anything like that, it's just like mesmerized. I'm just mesmerized when I look at things like that. Like watching her move, I was like, it was just like I was hallucinating. No, hypnotized by how beautiful she looked. Then Akira, love her outfit. Again, the thing is, like with Akira's look, yeah, her first one was like a butterfly print, and then the second one wasn't, but at least it was like a caftan, which love. I think she looked really pretty, and it was definitely elevated. So then we're on to the commercials. Now, the first one is the drag exorcists. Again, I was confused with the concept. I didn't really understand what was going on. I didn't think it was that great, to be honest. And I feel like their team should have been in the bottom, just my opinion. And they spoke about it in Untucked, and I don't know who it was, but someone said like it didn't feel like a commercial, and I have to agree, because I watched Untucked, I heard them say that, and then I rewatched the episode, and it made sense. Like, it didn't feel like a commercial. It felt like an SNL skit. So yeah, I didn't really enjoy it, and I didn't laugh at all. I do think though that this team was the best on the runway. There were only 3 of them though, and actually no, yes. The thing is, there were 3 of them, and 2 of them did really well. In the other team, in both other teams, there were 4 of them. And in team 2, Trinity looked beautiful, right? Yara looked beautiful. Okay, no, they weren't the best on the runway. I don't know why I wrote that down. Maybe they were, I don't know. Let's give them something. They're the best runway team. Then we have the team of drag fixers, and this was actually a really funny commercial, and I understood what they were selling. Like, the first one, I was like, am I working out with you or are you exercising me? I'm confused. But then the fixers commercial actually made sense. I was like, work. I know why I'd call you. You know, I laughed so much in this commercial. And the thing is, like, to me, there were no real standouts except for Trinity, but that's because I love her. But there were no real like standouts. I think all the queens delivered on sort of an equal level, and they all matched each other when they needed to. So loved that. And I will say, Pandora is very, very smart. And yes, this team had a very good advantage with Pandora on the team, because the whole commercial made sense, and just giving Trinity that standout part of like, Yara's really happy with her fix-it like thingy, and Trinity's like, I don't like this. It was very, very funny, very clever, 10 out of 10, amazing. When Yara said, with only 99 payments of $1, I was like, brilliant, it's amazing. And then when Trinity said, oh, they accept Monopoly money, it's funny. It's really funny, and it's like dumb humor. So love it. The best commercial by far was this team, and their runways were good too, which means they were the best team of the week. So then we have Rent a Queen. I didn't think that their team was that bad. Honestly, I do think it was very busy, so that's one thing that'll count against them. But I don't think the team was that bad. Silky was barely in the commercial, so I get that. But I do think that they were a little bit too ambitious. If they had just made it simple, they would have been safe. Like, I think if the commercial was really, really simple, it would have been good enough for the judges. But honestly, not that bad. I really didn't think they were that bad, so period. And I actually laughed in this commercial as well. Like, when, I don't know what they did. I think they'd listed all the services they provide, and it was like snake charmer, this. That was really funny. I laughed. And then Ginger's out of drag Afro moment was also so funny, and Jan's straight crying was so funny. I don't think they were that bad. So yeah, I do think that they were the worst team on the runway. I don't think that all of their outfits were bad, except for Ginger, but compared to all the other girls on the runway, I do think that their team was the weakest in the runway aspect of that week. Then we have the winning team, which is the drag fixers, and I agree. And the top all-star of the week is Trinity K. Bonet, and I agree. The bitch turned it. She had the best runway, in my opinion. And the fact that she had that standout role in the commercial was such an advantage to her. So I'm really, really happy. It's her first win in Drag Race history, and I'm so happy. Then we have the bottom queens, which is Team Rent-A-Queen. I'm not sure if I agree. I really don't know, because on one side of it, I'm like, okay, yeah, they were the worst team on the runway, so that should count for something. And then we have the other queens, which their commercial was the worst by far. So I don't really know, because how much is it? 50-50 runway and challenge, or is it like 30-70? I don't know what the maths is. But yeah, I'm not sure. Personally, my personal opinion is that I don't think they should have been in the bottom. I think the other team should have been in the bottom. That's just my opinion. Then let's get into the Untucked drama. Now, already when the queens walked in from the critiques and then everyone just started talking, I was already like, is no one gonna congratulate Trinity? I was literally there like, wait. No one said anything. I was just like, they literally came in and started saying, this is why you should keep me to the group. And I was like, girl, we've all seen Trinity lip sync, okay? Trinity is a fierce lip syncer. If I was there and I was in the bottom, I would go to Trinity first. I'd be like, congratulations on your win, sis. This is why you should keep me over these other whores, period. And I agree with Trinity. Like, after everyone else's challenge win, everyone was like, congratulations, we love you so much. But I can also see both sides of the story. Like, all four, the other girls from the losing team, they're all in the bottom. So I get how that's like kind of stressful for them. But at the same time, like, we just need some like equality here. If someone wins, congratulate them, period. Then we're heading back to the main stage and Trinity looks amazing. I love this like pastel moment. I was so into it. And the lip sync assassin is Laganja Estranja. First of all, congratulations Laganja on coming out. So much courage. We love you. She came out as transgender the other day. I'm pretty sure it was last week. So yeah, that's a big step and obviously we're very proud of her. Let's just talk about the entrance. Iconic. It was iconic. The lip sync was really good too. I was getting two sides of the lip sync spectrum from these queens. Laganja was giving very splits, dips, rakakaka, pow, and Trinity was giving very lip sync in this area, giving face and actually serving the lip sync. So all these other weeks when two queens win the lip sync, I feel like this should have been the week when two queens won the lip sync. And we know that Trinity is a fierce lip syncer. So yeah, first of all, I'm really, really happy that we got to see Trinity lip sync this season. Because after the first week when she was in the bottom, my like life flashed before my eyes because I was like, no, we're not going to be able to see her lip sync. And then now this week we got to see her lip sync, which I'm really happy about. So yeah. But I do agree that Laganja won the lip sync. I just think that Laganja was a little bit more entertaining to watch. Then we found out that the group chose to send Silky home. This is really sad because even in my last episode, I said, like, I can see Silky winning and now she's gone home. So I don't know. I am sad. I think that, I don't know. It's really, really not nice. I feel like Silky had so much more to show as well in the competition, but I guess out of all the bottom queens, I don't know, because they were all really good. I really don't know who I would have sent home because they were all amazing. So yeah, I do think, however, that Silky did have like a sort of defeated attitude, which sucks. I don't know. I'm really sad for her. And I wish that she had more time on the show because Silky is an amazing queen. So do you guys want me to talk about what happens in Untucked? Because I can, but let me know if you guys want that because I feel like maybe that will take longer and then the episodes or the videos will be longer on the channel. So let me know if you guys want that. If you don't, that's fine. I won't do it. But if you do, I will do that. So yeah, anyways, that is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and please let me know in the comments what you guys thought of this episode. I personally think this was a really good episode. So yeah, if you have not yet, please subscribe to this channel if you don't want to miss an episode of review of Drag Race. And please like this video if you have not already. Thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you guys next week, where we'll be reviewing episode 4 of All Star 6. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.